Icons of Influence, where we explore the stories of remarkable individuals who use their fame to make a real difference. I'm Hannah Halley, and today we're talking about a true legend, not just in country music, but in philanthropy and community impact. She's the queen of rhinestones and generosity, Dolly Parton. You may know her for hits like Jolene and 9 to 5, but today we're focusing on the other side of Dolly, the quiet yet powerful force for change. From childhood literacy to pandemic breakthroughs, Dolly's influence stretches far beyond the stage. Stick around as we unpack how she's become one of the most beloved and impactful icons of our time. Dolly Parton's journey to becoming a philanthropic powerhouse starts in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, in a little cabin with no running water, no electricity, and 11 siblings to share it with. She's often joked that her family was dirt poor, but Dolly's upbringing wasn't without wealth. It just wasn't the kind you can count in dollars. Dolly's parents, Avie Lee and Robert Lee Parton, instilled in her a strong sense of faith, family, and community. Growing up in such humble circumstances made Dolly acutely aware of the challenges of poverty. She shared stories of wearing handmade clothes, sometimes stitched together from feed sacks, and how music became an escape and a dream she clung to. It wasn't just survival skills she learned in those early years. Dolly often speaks about her father, Robert, who couldn't read or write. He worked tirelessly as a sharecropper and construction worker to provide for the family. Despite his illiteracy, he valued education deeply and encouraged Dolly to dream beyond their small mountain home. That experience left a profound mark on her, inspiring one of her most impactful philanthropic initiatives, the Imagination Library. The Imagination Library began in 1995 as a tribute to her father's unfulfilled wish to read. Dolly wanted to give children everywhere the tools to succeed, starting with the ability to read. She started small, with a focus on her home county in Tennessee. The idea was simple: provide a free, high-quality book every month to every child from birth to age 5. But as with all things Dolly, this small idea grew into something extraordinary. The Imagination Library quickly gained traction, expanding across the United States, then internationally. Today, the program operates in 5 countries and has distributed over 200 million books, and counting. It's hard to overstate the impact of this initiative. Studies show that early exposure to books not only improves literacy, but also fosters a love of learning and sets kids up for future success. Dolly didn't just give away books, she gave away possibilities. What's remarkable is how personal this project remains to her. Dolly actively promotes the program, visits schools, and even reads to children as part of her efforts. She's not just the name behind the initiative, she's its heart. Dolly once said, "You never know if you're going to be able to touch somebody's life when they need it most." Through the Imagination Library, she's touched millions of lives, quietly and without seeking the spotlight. Let's pause and imagine that for a second. A child in a small town, perhaps much like Dolly's childhood home, receives their first book in the mail. That book could ignite a dream as big as the one Dolly had when she started writing songs in the Smoky Mountains. Dolly Parton's generosity isn't limited to long-term initiatives like the Imagination Library. When the world was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Dolly stepped up in a way that surprised and inspired millions. At a time when the world was grappling with uncertainty and fear, Dolly quietly donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville. This wasn't just a goodwill gesture. Her funding directly supported research that helped develop the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Think about that. While some people may have used their influence to encourage others to help, Dolly didn't just talk, she acted. In an interview about her contribution, she said, "I just wanted to do my part and show some love to the world in a time of great need." Her role wasn't just symbolic. The money she provided was critical at a pivotal time when research funding was desperately needed. Her donation helped accelerate vaccine development, aiming to save countless lives around the globe. But what makes this story even more Dolly is her humility. When the news broke that she had helped fund the vaccine, she laughed it off, joking, "I'm just a hillbilly in Hollywood trying to help people out." For her, the act of giving was never about recognition. It was about doing what was right. This wasn't Dolly's first foray into healthcare philanthropy. Over the years, she's consistently supported Vanderbilt University Medical Center, including donations for pediatric hospitals and cancer research. But her impact on the pandemic effort was uniquely profound. To put it into perspective, Dolly's generosity reached millions of people she'll never meet. Every time someone received a Moderna vaccine, a little piece of Dolly's kindness was part of that moment. Experts have noted that contributions like Dolly's aren't just financial, they inspire others to step up as well. When someone as universally beloved as Dolly Parton gets involved, it shines a light on the importance of science, community, and coming together in times of crisis. Dolly's contribution to the fight against COVID-19 is more than a headline. It's a testament to her belief that we all have a role to play in making the world a better place. Whether it's a vaccine donation, a book in the hands of a child, or simply a kind word, she reminds us that no act of kindness is ever too small. Dolly Parton's influence isn't just global, it's deeply rooted in her home of East Tennessee. No matter how big her stardom gets, she's never forgotten where she came from. Her love for her community shines through in everything she does, perhaps most visibly through Dollywood, her theme park nestled in the Smoky Mountains. Dollywood isn't just a tourist attraction, it's a celebration of Appalachian culture and a major source of pride for the region. The park employs over 4,000 people, making it one of the largest employers in the area and generates millions in revenue for the local economy. Dolly's investment has transformed a once sleepy corner of Tennessee into a thriving hub for tourism and culture. But beyond the roller coasters and shows, Dollywood reflects her commitment to giving back. For example, the Dollywood Foundation provides scholarships to local high school students, helping young people achieve their dreams just as Dolly did. It's another way she lifts others up while staying true to her roots. One of the most powerful examples of Dolly's connection to her community came after the devastating Gatlinburg wildfires in 2016. The fires destroyed over 2,400 homes and businesses, leaving hundreds of families displaced. In response, Dolly launched the My People Fund almost immediately. Through this initiative, she provided $1,000 a month to families who had lost their homes and eventually gave each family an additional $5,000 as the fund exceeded its goals. In total, the effort distributed more than $12 million to help families rebuild their lives. And Dolly didn't stop at financial aid. She also organised a telethon, Smoky Mountains Rise, a benefit for the My People Fund, bringing together country music's biggest stars to raise additional funds. It was a testament to her ability to rally support while keeping the focus on the people who needed it most. One recipient of the My People Fund said, "Dolly gave us hope when we thought we'd lost everything. She reminded us that we weren't alone." Dolly's efforts go beyond disaster relief. She's a champion for preserving Appalachian heritage, from music to storytelling, ensuring that the traditions of her upbringing are passed down to future generations. Her theme park features artisans, craftsmen, and performers who showcase the rich culture of the region she loves so dearly. It's clear that for Dolly, success isn't about leaving her roots behind. It's about using her platform to uplift the people and places that shaped her. As Dolly often says, "You can't forget who you are, and you can't forget where you come from." That commitment to her heritage is part of what makes her such a beloved figure, not just in East Tennessee, but across the world. Whether it's through a scholarship for a local student, a helping hand after a disaster, or simply a nod to her Appalachian roots, Dolly's impact on her community is a reminder that true influence starts at home. Dolly Parton's story isn't just inspiring, it's a blueprint for how influence can be used for good. In a world where celebrity often feels disconnected from everyday struggles, Dolly is the exception. She has shown us that it's possible to be successful, kind, and deeply impactful all at the same time. What sets Dolly apart is her authenticity. She doesn't give back for the headlines, the awards, or the applause. She gives because she genuinely wants to make the world better for the next person, and that authenticity resonates far beyond her music or philanthropy. It's why people from all walks of life feel connected to her. One of the most significant lessons from Dolly's journey is that you don't need to have billions in the bank or an international platform to make a difference. Dolly's philosophy is rooted in small acts of kindness. She's famously said, "If you see someone without a smile, give them yours." That simple sentiment carries through everything she does. Her initiatives, from the Imagination Library to disaster relief, show how small steps can grow into monumental change. A book in the hands of a child, a scholarship for a student, a meal for someone in need, these are small, tangible acts that ripple outward in ways that transform lives. Dolly also reminds us of the power of staying true to your values. She's a rare figure who can bridge divides, uniting people across different beliefs, backgrounds, and even political views. She's often described as a unifier in a time when division feels overwhelming. That's a testament to the way she leads, with love, humility, and grace. And let's not forget her sense of humour. Dolly has a way of making the most challenging topics feel a little lighter. Whether she's joking about her wigs or encouraging people to not be chicken squats when it comes to vaccinations, her ability to connect through humour is part of what makes her message so powerful. So why does Dolly Parton's legacy matter? It matters because she's proof that influence isn't just about fame or fortune, it's about what you do with it. Dolly has used her platform to lift others up, and in doing so, she set a standard for what it means to be a true icon. She's shown us that you can be glamorous and grounded, famous and humble, larger than life and deeply human. Dolly's story is a reminder that kindness isn't just an accessory, it's a superpower. And maybe that's why Dolly resonates so deeply with so many of us. She's not just a superstar, she's someone we'd all love to have in our corner. Through her philanthropy, she's made it clear that she is in our corner, cheering us on, encouraging us to dream big, and reminding us to pay it forward. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a page from Dolly's book. Whether it's lending a helping hand, sharing a smile, or finding ways to give back to our communities, we all have the power to make a difference. As Dolly herself says, if you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain. And what a beautiful rainbow she's painted for the world. That's it for today's episode of Icons of Influence. If Dolly's story inspired you, consider supporting one of her initiatives, like the Imagination Library, or taking a moment to reflect on how you can bring kindness into your own community. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review to help us spread more inspiring stories. Until next time, this is Icons of Influence.